to you and your colleagues, as well as your listeners, viewers, and then the loyal listeners of Radio Gov'T.
Is the member of parliament for Keta. And I recall vividly, first time, it was a keen contest for the primaries. Honorable Koshiga was hesitating, so they needed to find someone who will represent the NDC in the elections. That was 2020.
Yeah.
So, and your name had not come up. Then all of a sudden I heard, they said a certain man called Gov'T won the primaries. We're like, Gov'T. Then when the name was mentioned, I thought I have heard that name before.
Yes.
So I checked my contact and I saw your name. And I saw the National Malaria Control Program attached to the contact there.
Yeah.
Yes. So far, how has it been?
By grace, we are managing. And when Honorable Koshiga was in Parliament, we all went to contest 2012 together.
Okay.
And he won.
Okay.
And then 2015, I contested.
You contested it? Okay.
And then the 2020, I contested. So it's not like...
You just came out of...
No. And then in politics, you must wait in the line as well as be doing the work to project the party and loyalty piece.
Okay.
It's not always about money. Though money plays a role in politics, but relationship matters, and then loyalty also play hero. And then in all, patience and humility, peace for all.
So you tried 2 times. You didn't succeed. You tried the 3rd time. So which means you've wanted to serve the people of Keta in Parliament for some time.
Yeah.
Now you are in Parliament.
Yes.
Was it what you thought?
Being in opposition is not an easy task, but we are managed by His grace. The interventions that we are implementing, we are making impact on the society. What are the issues I'm talking about? In the coastal belt, a lot of people think we don't have health issues a lot, and then especially when it comes to eye. People don't pay attention to eye and ear.
Okay.
And then I venture into that space, and then a lot. So far, we have screened more than over 15,000 people.
Okay.
And then about 1,500 people have gone through surgery.
Okay.
Some people are not seeing for 5 years, 10 years, they are not seeing. But the intervention, especially with regards to cataract and pterygium.
Okay.
And then they are able to see. Okay. And then they are happy. Nobody, when you are blind, cataract, you are blind, you can't see, you can't go anywhere. You have to depend on your families or friends or your children. And they also have to take care of you before going to get their livelihood or go to job. And then it puts a lot of psychological motion, emotional motion on the people. But if you sort that out and they are now seeing and they can do things for themselves, you free a lot of families. And the people are happy. And then the surgery now, when you want to do surgery now, you not spend less than 2,000 Ghana cedis. And these are all free. Some of them, the 2i. And that is the joy you are making impact directly to the people. When it comes to fibroid, a lot of fibroid cases are in the constituency. And then with the team of experts from EDs who are medical doctors, urologists, and all that are able to come to Keta, where we form what we call voter health network with our professionals from indigenous, from the constituency. And we are on course sorting issues regards to voter regime. And we launched it in Keta. And then fibroid cases were done to people free. And you know how much fibroid cases cost now? You will not spend less than 20 to 25,000 Ghana cedis if you want to do. Yeah, one fibroid case. You can check.
Okay.
These are all free. Nobody pay a dime. We have screened a lot, over 600 people who are diabetic and we have been medication. Over 600 people in terms of BP.
Okay.
And then we have done a lot of hernia cases in the constituency. And then we have screened school children in terms of ear. And then in the ear, you see a lot. Some have problem with the ear. And they go to school, they are learning, their parents don't even know. They go home, they say, you are not intelligent. They keep beating the children as well as even in classrooms, not knowing instead of actually running simple tests for the child to see whether it's actually hearing. No. So I brought Center for Speeches and Hearing from University of Winneba to come and screen some of the students in the constituency. And then at the end of the day today, some of them we have to provide hearing aids for them. And one hearing aid costs about 12,000 Ghana cedis. And we have provided 40 people with hearing aids. and we have screened more than about 3,000 people where we have treated them with manure. Some of them have even particles and objects in their ear.
Okay.
You know, some of them have bees. You know, the bees.
The bees?
Yeah, bees.
How do you get into there?
Yeah, I don't know. Some have, they put pencil. You know, pencil is carbonite. So when they are using it to remove this and then it breaks, it sticks there. And if you don't know, the child will not be hearing. And then stones are also there. And then the wax, they leave it and then it's full there.
Okay.
Yeah. And when you are taking it, it's a process. So these are some of the intervention. And I've managed to put about 1,000 youth into various trades. They are learning. Some are for 2, some are 3, hairdressing, tailoring, welding, and then mechanic, and all those ones are also there. And then from August going, we will start graduating them. We will provide them the tools for working. So those are the things we are doing. And we have renovated some schools that are deplorable state. You know, you need to actually refurbish the place to out of states where they can get conducive environment. You know, in terms of learning, environment also complements the child's ability to learn, because if the ambience of the environment is very good, the child will it adapt to the child's in terms of their education. It's the same way when you go to hospital facilities, we are renovating some of them because the ambience of the clinic or the hospitals must complement when a patient is coming into a clinic. The ambience must communicate. So long as the ambience and the environment is communicating to the patient, the cure start from that point before going to see the doctor and go through the process. So it's part of the healing process. So those are the actual interventions, and then with pencils of promise with the NGO, with the cost sharing, we are able to build brand new 2 schools, one in Anua EP, and then one in Anyako, RC, and then a couple of them are being renovated. We are renovating currently in Saba, renovating their school blocks, and then we have renovated the Haveji one, and then these are all things that are going on, and this is in opposition. And then there are some communities don't have electricity. We are working on it with regards to Ministry of Energy to see how to extend electricity to those places. So we are making the impact must be felt by the people, and that is where the people feel that they need to renew my mandate to continue the good work I'm doing. And in all this work, accessibility, humility, patience, that is it. Never take the people for granted. Humility is the key. And then relationship is the key. And then accessibility, how the people, you make yourself available to the people, also matters in this case.
I see. In fact, a lot of the things you have mentioned, and for lots of MPs, when you have a government in power who actually focuses on development, it makes your work easier.
Yeah.
Have you seen that over the last 3 years that you've been in Parliament? Are you seeing some developments in the constituency directly from the government? So at least the pressure can reduce. You can do individual interventions.
For me, I can't complain. The only thing I can mention, they are trying to, these catapults. I mean, that one is a host. I don't want to really talk about it. The signboard I've been there we are in the 8th year. So if they want to do something, recently they came to cut sword for administrative block. And I know that one is also another scam. So I'm not going to waste my time on that. It's a scam project. So I don't believe for 8 years, they can't even put one block there. And then, so it's a scam. So I don't believe in people who, you believe in reality. Do things. And then so this year, we are not going to do politics as usual. We are going to do evidence-based politics, where you say it is there, you say it is there. That's what we are going to do. The only thing I say, the landing meeting, you hear the president mentioned they have constructed a landing beach in Keta. That also is another host.
They've not done.
There is nothing there. There's nothing in Keta, as I speak to you, that they have actually, built a landing beach in Keta. It's a host. As part of the landing beach project, is supposed to renovate Keta market, where they started the shed, but they haven't renovated all. The drains are on them. and they constructed the toilet in Vuja and the clinic in Sadame.
Okay.
That is it. Those are the things I can mention on the top of my head. Then when you see our roads are going bad daily by day. They are going bad. Even road that have been awarded during 2016, Anglo Affair to have a zero states like that.
Nothing has happened to it.
We've had questions in Parliament. The minister came. We wrote letters. We follow up. They will do it. Here we are, 8 years. We are in. So for me, this government, the least we talk about them, the better, because they have messed up this country. And then Ghana is currently under ICU.
Okay.
Because let me use hospital setting to equate to Ghana. Ghana currently, as we speak, is under intensive care unit. And if care is not taken, Ghana will die. And so it's left with you and I to get a proper, in medical field, they call it consultant, a renowned consultant who knows about the disease that Ghana is going through, and then able to fix and give the right medication, the right health commodities in terms of medication, fluid, and then the necessary examinations to be done, and then to actually rescue the patient. And that person is the former president, John Dramani Mahama, who can fix it because the experience is there. You must follow somebody who knows the road, somebody who can fix, who have the experience. Are you getting not to experienced driver? Are you getting the point? Not driver mate. No. If you give you have experienced driver and driver mate, who will you give your car to? At the end of the day, I mean, then you are risking. Ghana will not risk, and there is no point we should risk at this time. So, my brothers and sisters who are listening to me, it is time. This fight is not about NDC or MPP. This fight is by Ghana versus few, because there are genuine members of MPP. This time they will not even vote for their presidential candidate because they have betrayed them, and then they have their hopes and wishes have been dashed to the air. So at this juncture, they are going to vote for Ghana, and the only person they can vote for is the former president, and that is where we are today.
You know, the very first comment that came in when you came in was, Senator, please ask Honorable about the Keta situation. Now, is this a constant issue that people confront you with?
Yes.
Whenever they see you say, how is the Keta?
Yeah, because this government have actually, they propagate this propaganda that they are doing catapulted, and it's a host. Anytime you ask, they say they are doing feasibility study, they are drawing. How long does it take you to do feasibility study?
There's nothing tangible.
There is nothing. You will see 40-footer container with fixed with air condition and then fence. And then a signpost. When you go there, that's the catapult for you. That's what is there.
440-footer
container fixed with AC. There is no, and then as I speak to you, catapult have a director and 33 staff who are drawing salary for 8 years now.
A director?
Yes.
No, we know about the director, but you're saying they have how many?
There were 33 staffs.
So there are people who work there.
They don't work there. They are in Accra, so they presume they are working in Keta.
Okay, so nobody is actually turning up, moving from Keta to...
No. I said you can go, you can take your reporters there. I said container is there, fixed with AC, even nobody even opens it. And at the end of the day, and a signpost. It was recently the Minister of Transport went and castled that they are coming to do administrative block with the drawings. The drawings are nice. The evidence is they should do it.
Okay.
Let's see.
They haven't started that one.
They haven't started. You can go there. They only fence the place and do some small access road. That was in. And then I can bet you, I'm telling you, because if they want to do administrative block for Keta, where is it? Take the 2024 budget. Is it in the budget? The thing is not in the budget. So how can it be? How can it? So these are the issues we are talking. Even in their own tracker, they make mention that they have actually built a landing beach in Keta with ice making machine, crackers, storage, and all that. Go there. There's nothing there.
There's no landing beach.
There is nothing there called landing beach. There's no landing beach. This is a host.
But those two things that were mentioned, so Keta Port has become like the major project they've promised for Keta.
8 years, there's no single block. I'm telling you. If you go with your reporters, if they have moved a single block, even there, you see that something is happening. I see currently there is fence, iron sheet fencing to the place that they say they will be building the administrative block. We are waiting to see whether, if they do it, I'll be happy. We'll give them thumbs up. But I promise you today, it won't happen. Because for 8 years, you have been talking about Keta Port. Nothing is happening. And now, election year, you are coming to, actually, you think you can come and deceive us? I mean, we are no more in those days where the youth are awake. They are no more in those days that you can use those things as a propaganda tools to come and deceive the people. And this time, even money will not save them. They should use all the money. Money will not save them. God time is the best. And reality is hitting them now. And I can tell you, they can use the money. We are not going to rest. We will campaign vigorously day and night to the detriment of our health. We will go all out and do that. This time we will stop them. They say they were breaking the 8. We are stopping the 8. It won't happen.
Okay, so then there's the bigger issue of, because I worked in Keta at some point at Jubilee Radio.
Yes.
So I have an idea how Keta is.
Yes.
But when I read the famous poem where I think it was Kofi Awuno who says the sea eats our land.
Yes, the sea is eating our land.
Yes. In fact, you never get a grasp of what you were saying until you turn up in Keta.
But you know Keta very well.
Yes.
You know Aborigine Beach.
Yes.
Do you know Aborigine Beach doesn't exist anymore?
Nothing.
Yes. Do you know the Aborigine doesn't exist anymore? The beach.
The structures.
The structure is there, but the sea is closer to the fruit structure. As I speak to you, know Agbola Lodge.
Yes.
Part is already in the sea.
That's a famous
Yes.
lodge.
And then we have complained, do a press conference, file questions, write a root statement, and read statement on the floor of Parliament. What advocacy, everything. Even Parliamentary Select Committee on West House visited there. You know Keta very well. You know Angloga very well.
Yeah.
You know Popogbo, Akotogbo, and then those community does not exist in Ghana map anymore.
All consumed by the sea.
Yes, it's gone. And when you go to Ketu South, same. Some of the community does not exist anymore. It's gone. And when you know Abuchakovo very well, now is hitting hard Abuchakovo. And if care is not taken, the whole Keta will go. We just need to protect our people. When you ask, they will tell you they are doing feasibility study and all that. Meanwhile, feasibility study have been done a lot, and the case Keta City Defense have started. Yeah. So why now? It is now that they are doing another feasibility study instead of them to continue the phase 2 of the Blekusu phase, so that to protect them. You know, sea defense is such that when you are doing it and you leave it, it will affect other communities. So you have to do it throughout and end. Though it's expensive, if you have the people at heart, you have voterage at heart. And do you know our sand is one of the sand very quality in the world in terms of tourism. I mean, we got to have tourism potentials more than Dubai. But we are all going to Dubai. What is there? For that Keta, you can't do the same thing in Keta. Claim land. Look at Benin, Togo. Under the Waka project, they are able to reclaim land, vast land, kilometers upon kilometers. And they plant coconut trees, and then they have, actually protected the coastal area. And then that lands can even be sold to investors. It can be sold to investors, and then they make an investment, and then to create job opportunity for the environment, the area, the community, and then the whole place will flourish. And at the end of the day, people will get jobs to do. And these are the issues we are talking about. So Keta and its environment have the potential. It's about the investment and protection of the coastal, protecting property and life. That's what we are talking about. So we are just at the mercy of the weather and God. These people in the touch bearers, they don't care. The government don't care about us. And you can do everything, go to hell, because they don't get their vote from voterage. They don't have voterage at heart. And that is a mistake they keep on making, because some voters also vote for them. But they keep on, that's not their stronghold, so they don't care about what goes on in voterage. And we keep on saying it every day, day in, day out. And that's the reality. we are facing. So we are in the hands of the Lord. That's what we can say at this
So
moment.
what is required urgently is for the sea defense project.
Yes, that's the only thing that can actually
be completed.
Yes, that's it. And then at this time, technology is working. So when we are reclaiming land, the land will be, there will be investment. You must have all that. And then this worker project started, and then Ghana led it, and then Senegal, Togo, Benin were able to get, because they are not low middle income status. They haven't attained that. So it's a World Bank project, World Bank funding, where the funds were given to them, about $200 million, where they actually, because of them, they give it to them as a grant. But when it comes to Ghana, because we are at the middle income status levels in terms of economic status, based on that, our is supposed to be given to us by what? Loan, as a loan.
Okay.
And then when World Bank is giving you a loan, it must be ratified through the government and through cabinet and bring to parliament for ratification. So for a long time, they were not updoing regards to that. Based on advocacy and all that, we are successfully, World Bank have given Ghana $150 million to start that project. And that project have the grant, and we have approved that funding last year. But as I speak to you, nothing is happening also in Keta with regards to that. But we are waiting to see what will happen. So we are following up.
So at least the funds are now available.
The World Bank have given them funds to do that.
And they say at this time they are still doing feasibility.
And so we wait to
because
see.
even when I was in Keta, you can see that some aspects of the project had been done. So I don't know what the feasibility studies are, by the way. But at this point, until they do it, Keta, many communities along the coast are at the mercy of the sea.
Yes, they are at the mercy of the sea and the weather.
So you don't know how much of your constituency will be gone if
because tides, these are an act of God. You know, if the tides are high, then it starts hitting the communities, and then it's only God who can intervene as I speak. So we are cruising gradually to December 7th, and the only way that project can materialize is we need to change this government and allow the people's government to rule. And then what we need, those social interventions will happen to redeem Keta.
But at least, are you getting some support in terms of relief for the people who have been affected? Because
even in terms of all this, in terms of the trouble, last year, in addition to the dam spillage, which end result is, we are the receiving end. You know, Keta and very well, where a lot of communities are washed away, a lot of people suffered, businesses suffered, and the people's property, damaged. As I speak to you, this government, they haven't done it in terms of relief items. They channel it through NADMO, and NADMO, their chronics and party food soldiers are there. And then when the food comes, most of them, they divert them and share for party loyalists. They share those things for them. It doesn't go to the real people. At the end of the day, if you ask NADMO what, and NADMO is broke, they don't even have fun. Because when you go to NADMO, NADMO is benevolent of corporate Ghana, charities, churches, and then individuals, indigents, were able to come to our rescue. People's cage in terms of fish farming along the Volta region belt, in terms of the River Volta and the Volta Lake, were washed away into the sea. But up to now, what is government? Up to now, they have taken data, and government was not able to make any intervention.
So they came to take all the data of those who are affected, the extent to which they were affected.
Yes. The minister promised, Mr. Agri promised that $40 million is coming from World Bank so that it will disperse to the people. We are in June, and then July is almost coming.
No farmer has gotten anything?
No, nothing. It's recently that in my constituency, they brought some fertilizers. That one, they are using party affiliation to share them in the constituency.
Even fertilizers?
Yeah, fertilizer and seed. Those are the things that happen. I'm being frank and I'm being truthful. And that's what is happening. Yeah, because we need, and then they are bringing it closer to election to influence people to vote, but that will not wash. God is on our side, and they will not sit down. And then the people are now, those days are gone. those time of this cheap politics is gone. When election time, you bring fertilizer, cutlass, Wellington boots. They did that in Asimov, but we are able to defeat them. So the people will rise up to the occasion. People are suffering. In 2016, my brother, how much was Olonka of maize? It was 3 cities. Now it's almost 22 cities. Yes, a freighter was 9 cities. A liter of freighter was 9 cities. As I speak to you, a freighter is 50 Ghana. Rice, a bag of rice was 120 Ghana in 2016. As I speak to you, a bag of rice is ranging between 600 700 Ghana. The dollar was 4 cities. Now the dollar is around 15 running into 16. Granite was 12 cities. As I speak to you today, granite is 70 Ghana, a bowl. Gari, formerly, the one is for the bread for like here for. But Gari is even expensive than even maize. So things are now. Beans was about 11 cities, 10 cities per Olonka. But today beans, you get beans like 50, 45, even 60, 70 Ghana, depending on the quality and the variety. So what are we talking about? So, in fact, the Ghana, we are suffering. People are suffering, and the salary keep on not going up. So I keep on 2016. If you are a Ghanaian worker and you are receiving 1,000 Ghana cedis, are you getting the point? When you are receiving 1,000 Ghana cedis at then and the food prices were down, you are okay. And even 1,000 cedis by then, in terms of dollar, it is about 250 Ghana, $250. But today, as I speak to you, 1,000 Ghana, people who are taking 1,000 Ghana, as I speak to you, it's only $64, from $250 to $64. So, in terms of your salary, when you look at it, it's diminishing. Because at 2016, when you are earning 1,000 Ghana cedis, in terms of dollar, with a rate of 4 cedis, it's $250. Okay. So you see how it is. You can do. But today, people who are earning 1,000 Ghana cedis are receiving only 64 or point something, or let's say 65, around $65.
Honorable, in fact, I still want to go back to, because all these are things that are affecting everybody, the people in your constituency. But to those who have lost their homes to the tidal waves, where are they?
They are living with their relatives. When the incident happened, we have to put some of them in classrooms, churches, and then friends and family. When the tide receded and then the water receded, then people whose building have somehow remain, the people have to fix it and be in it. And those with family and friends stay with the family. And those in the churches move to their families.
That's all?
That's all.
So you've never been approached by a government with a resettlement, or they are not even interested in knowing who has been affected and the extent of?
They're not going to produce the data. They will give the data to them. Who cares? You see, that's the problem. You have fine policies in Ghana on the books. The only problem affecting Ghana is implementation. Implementation. We have done so many researches in this country. Research to implementation is affecting Ghana, and we don't. And that is where the problem is. And who supposed to lead that is the leadership. Government have to lead that. And if a government is not responsible, how will it lead that? Recklessly spending as if there is no tomorrow, taking our debt from $120 billion to over 600. So from Kwame Nkrumah days to President Mahama days, we borrow $120 billion. But from 2017 to where we are, over $600 billion. Even by the time December end, we'll be running into over 700. So this government is the only government who have double or triple the existing debt but there's nothing to show. Show me. There's nothing to show. They are not able to even build one single hospital equivalent to UGM, equivalent to Rich Hospital, equivalent to 37 military hospital being built in Kumasi, Ashanti region, where they even instead of them to continue, they are not. They say they say one agenda 111.
Yes.
I mean, when I see the type of hospital they are building under agenda 111 in this modern Ghana, you think we are in God's back time. You sort of come with out of state hospitals. Huge.
So you've seen those hospitals yourself?
They haven't finished. When you look at the design, I mean, what is that? Are we building clinic or polyclinic? What are we talking about? The vision, you must have vision for this, a big vision. And then when you are doing it, you do it like how former president do things. You see, when they are building, Muhammad was building hospital, you see, huge infrastructure. So you employ a lot of people. So you follow the one who knows the road. Mm-hmm. Follow the one who knows the road.
Because they keep saying that if you look at their track record,
more
hospitals than any other.
They should mention. I'm challenging them. They are under construction. They haven't finished. So if you are building hospital under construction, it doesn't mean you are finished building. When you say you are building hospital, you have built hospital, it's there to show. It's not under construction. Otherwise, the ones we are constructing and they left in the bush, they could have finished. Why are they not finishing it? Sometimes when I drive past Sagalame, I'm so sad. Ghana is suffering. So sad. Why are we doing this to Ghana? Why? Because we want to be what? Because of our ego, because of being whimsical, because of being capricious. Because of that, you don't care about the state resources. They can go to waste. Why are we doing it? Can you imagine, my brother? I have worked in malaria, as you mentioned. I've worked under Global Fund for 16 good years before I left.
Oh, you were Global Fund for?
Yes, malaria control under Global Fund.
Okay.
I've worked there for 16 good years. Global Fund started 2003, 2004, all the way here. Government upon government have come. Somebody's taxpayer money they are giving us as grant free. We are using to buy medication, to do logistics, all the health commodities in terms of malaria, HIV. And this was established by our own Kofi Annan, the Global Fund, before may he so rest in peace. And that's the grant, actually being imparting in Africa, Asia, and elsewhere in terms of health delivery, in terms particularly towards HIV, TB, and malaria. Health commodity, majority of the health commodity medication supplies are from that source.
The ones that we used to treat malaria.
Malaria, anti-malarials, ITNs, antiretroviral drugs, TB drugs, and all that are being bought with Global Fund. It is only under this government where somebody's taxpayer money was used to procure health commodity in terms of including medicines. It's staying at the port for a year now. The government says it doesn't have money to clear. What does the government need? What does it take for government to clear goods? Right. Through the GRA and then they should lift the containers from the port because it's for the people, it's for the good people of Ghana. Somebody have bought this drug for you with their own money, free, which is your responsibility to even purchase those things for Ghanaians. Somebody have offered giving you free, clear it almost a year, and then the drugs are in the container. What about efficacy of the drug? Are they still good to use? How do you know? Why have we compromised the health of our people? Because of our selfish greed. Because somebody refused to do the needful and left all those containers in port for one good year. It is under only this government. And
it's never happened.
Never.
That period of
Never.
You never have containers held up.
No. It is only when you order maybe delivery time changes based on production because a lot of people. Fine. But to have a container apart more a year, never in the history of Ghana. It is under this administration.
But knowing how critical those medications are, especially to the malaria control,
HIV and TB,
what will be the impact of this?
That's the impact is shortage of anti-malarials and those drugs at our facilities. Our people have to buy privately. Your HIV medications are given free to the patients.
Okay.
Are you getting the point?
Okay.
Some of the medications are free. Okay. So if you don't get the free ones, you have to resort to family and friends to purchase for you. Are you getting the point? And even the ones that are still in the pot, as I speak to you, are still there for a year now. What is the quality? What is the efficacy? Are they not being compromised? I know that this son, are they not being compromised? What about the expiration of those commodities? Because 1 year out of those ones, some of the medication have shelf life, maybe 3 years or 2 years. Are you getting the point? So if the whole year, the drug have been sitting at port for 1 good year. So the drugs that have shelf life of 2 years, then remaining 1 year for them. Those have 3 years, remaining 2 years for them. And then in terms of quantification, they are quantifying based on certain period of time.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, those medications will go to our facilities. Some will be compromised. Maybe if God permits, some are even good. At the end of the day, they will not meet the deadline. At the end of the day, majority of them will expire, and then we will have to throw them, bringing in FDA and other regulatory bodies to find a way of destroying the drugs. What a shame.
And already we hear Global Fund
have threatened.
Yeah.
Yes.
That this will affect our relationship.
Yes, of course. Because of irresponsibility of somebody sitting in the ministry there, sitting at the government there.
Whose task usually it is?
Ministry of Health and Ministry of Health and Ministry of Finance.
So the two ministries,
yes.
Ministry of Health, Ministry of Finance,
yes.
they work together to ensure that they leave the ports.
Yes. Someone have offered good medication for you free, where you can't even afford. At the end of the day, even so, there are medications for our pregnant women who they have to be taken until they deliver. Till delivery. They are being compromised. Our future leaders are being compromised on. Our poor mothers are being compromised.
So there are medications even for the pregnant women?
Yes. Medication for TB patients, medication for HIV patients. Reagents in terms of testing and all that. RDTs, testing kits, they are all there at the mercy of the weather. What a shame.
In fact, your side of the health committee in Parliament has spoken about this over and over and over again. And
that is the tools available for us to speak and talk. And they are using the appropriate channels. But who's supposed to take action? The responsibility of the ministry, and that is the responsibility of the government. And they refuse to do the needful. And this is where we are.
Well, if you just join us, he is Honorable Member of Parliament for Keta, and join us first time in Parliament. And is there so much work? Because right now, I understand that this week, Parliament has not been able to form a quorum for most of the days.
Yes, with my experience looking at things, it is due to the ongoing case.
Okay.
Yes, because we have a leader. We are prosecuting our leader for unjust cause. And you expect us to do your business. Anytime he's going to court, we solidarize with our leader.
You all go to court?
Yeah, we'll go to court. We will go to court. When the court ends, we come back to the chamber to do the government business.
Okay.
That is the stand we have taken. And so shall it be. We are not going to compromise on that.
Every time he heads to court,
yes,
the entire minority will follow.
Yes.
You will follow your leader.
Yes, follow the leader.
To wherever they take him.
Yes.
But would that not compromise the running of the state and the
prosecution of the majority is also compromising on the state. He is our leader. He speaks on our behalf.
But if there's a case to be made against him, why shouldn't they go ahead and do it?
Yeah, so if the case should be, it doesn't take you every Tuesday, every Thursday of every week to go to court. Is that what we are saying? Even armed robbers, is that how they prosecute them in this country? So parliamentary duty is compromised. Instead of being in the chamber, you're always going to court. And you expect, what does it do? What is good for the goose is good for the gander.
You're not compromise on it?
No. Where we are, there is nothing to compromise. The state in which we are, there is nothing to compromise. We are going all out. All that we need is victory. And a victory that, in fact, going to unravel a lot. A lot of land looting is going on in this country. They are looting land. Go to 37, where the police people are. The DVLA. You know how you have been sold to private sector. They have demolished all the houses there. Go to Cantonment, the land is being auctioned like granite. Our hotels, Senate hotels, are being auctioned. Myself, you and I, we are contributors to Senate.
Yeah.
Are you not a contributor to Senate?
Yes, of course I am.
So if they have used your contribution and pensioners funds to do an investment, which is Labadi Hotel, Labadi Beach, and Royal La Palm, Elmina Castle, Elmina Beach Hotel, and all that are Ridge Royal in Cape Coast. All those hotels. My contribution is being used to do that investment since coming Nkrumah days to now. And there is return on investment. It's running very well, making profit. But a government comes today, 6 months, to be out of power, want to auction that hotel. What do you think?
Because I saw you standing right by Honorable Samuel Okudzeto.
Yeah, we will resist. Because the needful is supposed to even to consult the people whose money you are even using.
That they should have spoken to
the
workers.
Yes.
But they say workers actually have representation on the state board.
Oh, those representation, the least we talk about them, the labor trade union have said it. They are there for their own selfish gain and their stomach.
Trade unions?
The rep on the board. They are not championing the cause of the workers. They are championing the cause of their selfish gains. It's as it is.
Why do you say so?
They have to dissolve the Senate board and then remove all the management leadership, and appoint appropriate people who manage our funds. It is our fund. And then those are representing the various trade unions should be removed and put the appropriate people at the place to actually properly represent the workers.
So you feel that at this point
they are the one who betrays. They have not. They betray because they haven't made their case well.
The representative of the workers have failed the workers.
They have failed. I won't mean worse.
But at this point, in fact, we are part of that protest.
Yes.
Everything is down to the decisions that will be taken by perhaps Smith, the board.
It's not senior, but this one is simply, purely government. So we are appealing to President His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo to just please tell those appointees of his to stop this deal. Simple as that. So we are waiting. In the next 2 weeks, we haven't heard anything. We will hit the road again. And we will be hitting. Our next point is Cape Coast.
So this is not the end?
No. We are going all out until their hands are off our hotels and our properties.
Is it because it is a government appointee that's attempting to do this?
Even morally is very wrong. If it is my company that is even buying, it's very wrong. It's simple as that. We are talking about value for money here and conflict of interest. It's simple as that. And what warrant even selling?
Okay.
Something that is making profit, is profitable. Why are you selling it? Even Ridge Royal in Cape Coast was renovated last year. A lot of money sank into that. So why are you selling it? And the people's contribution that's actually put that investment were not being consulted, and somebody is taking decision on our behalf without consulting us. Because of selfishness, because of corruption, because of greed. It's simple as that.
So the starting point was to us spoken to the workers of Ghana.
Yes.
Explain to us why they need to sell the
Yes.
But it's not why we have a board and management in place.
I say they are there for their selfishness. They are there for their own parochial interest. Not to champion the cause of Ghanaian workers. And ILO, International Labour Organization, have written to Ghana in 2036, if care is not taken, we will not be able to even get money for our pensioners. So you work, at the end of the day, humans, as you grow, you are aging. That is where a lot of diseases come in. You need to be buying a lot of medications. Okay. So somebody have worked for over 30, 40 years, reach retirement age, and then on retirement, the small tippings that you give him to buy medication to, you have to suffer. You know how the haircuts have affected people who have invested their monies, even medication now. Some are even through that passed on. You know that? So pathetic.
Well, so a few things. This is Kukia Selassie Benedictus. You just talk about land looting. Says, what can NDC do to those lands?
That is why we are asking them to vote for us to come back to power. We will investigate the process and reacquire those land for the state. And President Mahama have said that explicitly.
That those lands will be taken back?
Yeah, yes, it will be taken back. So this is a warning to those who are buying government land, especially the airport enclave cantonment. They should be on alert. We are coming. And we will make sure we will repossess those land for the purpose for the state.
Let's Ahaji again says, Senator, please ask Honorable about his support for Keta FC in Volta Region 2nd Division Middle League at home.
It is a private owned.
Okay.
So the latest support we will give, but we don't expect a member of parliament. How will we get the money to even finance that? It's a private owned. So it's a business somebody is doing.
Somebody's business?
Yes, somebody's business.
But it's still in the name of your concern?
Yeah, it's fine, but it's a business. So at the moment, the little support we can get for them, if we have the capability, we will do that. But I just want to put on point that it's a private business. It's simple as that.
Okay. Then John Bessa, in fact, when I posted your flyer yesterday, John Bessa, I don't know where it's Bessa or Bessa, says, please ask him about the footbridge at Agovino, which is a death trap for the people there.
He should be asking the government. Is the government responsible? Is not MP responsible for bridge?
But you know this footbridge?
Yes, we have been talking about people who don't have access. As I speak to them, they don't even have electricity. And I have managed to work through the Ministry of Energy to acquire some poles and materials so that they can extend electricity to them. That won't have to be easy. The footbridge, MP come off and how much is it? You can't do bridge. It's the duty of the current government and the municipal assembly to do the needful.
Have you drawn the attention?
So many, they know. We have drawn so many times. These have been on these bridges have been there before I was born. It's not Kwame Jolly time. And that's why the place have been seen before we were born. To become a member of parliament, I have tabled this, talked to it. Until NDC comes back to power, we can't do that bridge. So that is why I'm asking them to vote for the former president. That
is it so difficult to get any of these things solved under this government?
it is difficult. It's all boiled down to resources. It's not resources. And you know how, if you want to do that bridge, how much it will cost? Do you know how much a kilometer of road costs? That's a lot. Even NGO benevolent cannot do that. It's the central government that have to come in. And to help. So that is why I'm saying that vote for my government to come and we fix the bridge for you. As simple as that.
But it's a matter that you raise over and over.
Over, yes.
Nothing's been.
No.
Is it frustrating? Because for
it's very frustrating.
Many members of parliament, they keep saying,
it's
no matter how many times you say this, and sometimes you wake up in the morning, you see some paper saying that they've done the work.
Sometimes you see you use approaches in the tools you have available in parliament in terms of advocacy. Some people say, oh, you don't go and lobby. But if you are going to lobby, didn't you hear the road minister that if you vote for an opposition, when it comes to lobby road, he will not give? Well, you're not in this country. So these are the kind of people we have in our affairs. You go and lobby, there are good ones among them, they will help. There are some, they are too partisan to extend that. Nothing you send, they will even look at it.
So you can have conversation with some of them?
Yes.
That doesn't necessarily mean it will be done?
No. They can even tell you good news, but at the end of the day, it will happen.
No work. This is the who says just joined and don't know if he's been asked about the sea defense. Yes, we talk about it. Says MP for Keta, the sea is seriously eroding and claiming the coast at an alarming rate. What is he doing about that with the government? He was responding to that at least.
People should do that. MPs, we are the mouthpiece. You speak, and the people who are in authority have the resources, who are collecting our levies and taxes and income taxes and levies and duties. There is somebody who is collecting it. And those people, such a person supposed to come, we should be asking to do these things for us, because we are buying, if you buy even water, bottled water, you are paying COVID levy. You are paying so many levies on it, NHIs, everything is on it. Even food at the restaurant, look at it. You are paying so many, about 45 taxes. So COVID is gone, but are you not paying COVID levy?
We are still paying COVID.
Yeah, so those funds should be channeled to doing. And then decentralization is also another thing. It's the duty of the municipal assemblies and district assemblies. They have to leave the development. But because MPs, the meager, and then we even do more than even the assemblies. So every problem, they bring it to us.
So nowadays, even you are outperforming assemblies?
Yes. Meanwhile, let me educate Ghanaians about something too. At the end of every month or quarter, all revenues generated, taxes, duties, levies, fees, that collected, when they collect, let's say 100 Ghana, let's say example 100 Ghana, 95 Ghana cedis, 100 Ghana, 5% of 100 Ghana is what?
5% of a, and about 5 cedis.
5 cedis. Yeah. So 95 Ghana cedis go to central government out of 100 Ghana. 5 cedis goes to Common Fund Secretariat. And that 5 cedis will be channeled through all the assemblies, municipal, district, and metropolitan assemblies.
Okay.
And before that 5 cedis they have given to Common Fund Secretariat to give to assembly, that 5 cedis, 5% of that 5 cedis is what?
5% of the 5 cedis?
No, 5 cedis, 5% of 5 cedis.
That's about 0.25 or something.
Yes, that's what go to MPs to use for
the
emergency interventions. And that's what we used to do, projects and all that.
And that's what you've been working with?
Yes. So sometimes you end up using your own personal money. When you're a business person, you have to use your own personal money. Or call on family and friends to help you, or friends that you know can give you some money to do certain interventions, or NGOs. That's what we have been doing.
I recall meeting an MP recently who was In fact, when he was coming into office, he was quite well to do.
Yeah.
He was telling me, son, now that I'm leaving Parliament, I'm virtually a pauper.
Yeah, a lot of MPs are becoming pauper, and then when they go, especially when they defeat you, go home, you haven't planned well too. At the end of the day, you remain pauper. Even medications, money to buy medications is a problem. And Parliament, they keep on coming for their colleagues, friends that they need to support them. Is it not shameful?
But did it then make the point that, and as member of Parliament, your constituency is named after Keta?
Yes.
That community. And you say yourself that if we are not careful, that community, which the constituency is named after, could soon be under sea.
Yes.
Then what would your constituency be called?
That's the point. That's the point. That is where this issue is a national issue. That is the reason why we are calling on change of government. So that
for you to get to the point where even with, we are in June, about 6 months to go.
You are in the mercy of the Lord and the weather.
You have given up to the point that you think a change of government is the only way.
It is the only way. These people cannot do anything.
Even with the 150 million.
Master, they have given, let's say they have given you a full cow. You have chew all. What intestine of a chicken will do to you? To quote A.B. Fusini. He said they have given you a full cow. At this moment, what will intestine of a chicken do to you?
See.
8 years. We are in the 8th year. 7 years is gone. Nothing has been done. What will 6 months do? And those projects we are talking about is not about 6-month project or 2-month project. It's about years project. So what are we talking about?
I wanted to ask you about, before we bring this to a close, because I know you have to head back to Parliament. I want to ask you about, in season, the two constituencies, Angolo, Keta, produce a lot of tomatoes, shallots.
Yeah.
Yes. How are those farms? Because in the wake of what happened with the spillage of Akosombo Dam.
Yeah, when you look at Anglo Enclave, looking at where the sea is today, they have more land than Keta. Are you getting the point?
Yes.
So they grow a lot of. They are actually feeding us.
Okay.
Yeah, Anglo constituency, because we were once one constituency. We were once one district.
Okay.
Keta Municipal, formerly Anglo, Gan, and all those were part. It was recently they actually divided us and then created a district from them. But in terms, when you are from there, so you know Anglo. When you say Anglo, even the constituency, I have to advocate for change of the name of the constituency. Because when you say Anglo, Keta is also Anglo.
Yes.
Ketu South is Anglo. Yes. Ketu North is Anglo. Akachi North and Akachi South is Anglo. So when you say Anglo, you are involving all those constituencies. Are you getting the point? But because of purposes of education, I'm doing this. But because it is a name Anglo, so we are going by that. So technically, the name of the constituency need to change. Maybe Anglo constituency, fine. But Anglo, we are all part of Anglo. So formally, that's where the food basket is more. Okay. And then Keta side, we get some from Abo Enclave in Chama areas. They are farming also to feed Keta at Itiko. So they have land. So, and then looking at the lagoon side also, they farm a lot of vegetables there along the sea too. And then Ketu South also produces a lot of vegetables. In fact, Ketu South, Keta, and then Anglo are the biggest producer of vegetables in this country.
Biggest producers of vegetables?
Yes, in this country. Produce a lot. So when the bumper harvest comes, and then there is no processing, there's no value addition, they send the tomato when it's in abundance, it's determined by the demand and supply factors. Sometimes they sell it very cheap, and when it's going out, then the price increase. So that is what is happening.
What's the state of the road that takes you to Aflao? Because when you go through Keta, you use
and then from Harvard Enclave to Denu.
Yes.
Very bad. And very bad.
it's also been attacked by the same.
Yeah, yes. Even cemeteries along, there are cemeteries
Yes,
along.
along
Yes,
the
they have
coast,
been eroded by the tidal wave, the sea. Yes, sir.
It's interesting that I am still asking you this question because I realized at some point you worked with the Anglo MP yourself, Keta.
Yeah, we have
came together with that done.
Yeah, we have done that.
Nothing.
Yeah, nothing. We have done our part, and God knows that we have done our part.
You must be a sad MP.
Since we took, not me alone, my colleague, Honorable Jifago Mashiabla, Honorable Sefer, Kwame Sefer, Richard Semikov Sefer, and myself, we are first time in Parliament. Since we enter Parliament, this is about the disaster. From year to yearly, we are crisscrossing. We are not resting. No peace.
Oh, it was nice to have you in studio.
Thank you very much.
We'll find time and do this again.
Surely.
Yes,
Thank you very much.
By the way, you're winning.
We'll win.
You win the constituency again.
Oh, no, I mean, we are winning constituency, both the parliamentary and the presidential. And eventually we are winning this election. This year is our year and we will win the election by His grace. And we are going all out. We will not allow complacency to derail us. We are focused, we are determined, and we are winning this election. And to Ghanaians, we are appealing to them, go out when the time comes to vote. We are going to protect your vote. And we are assuring every Ghanaian that their vote will be protected.
Well, I'll have Honorable in the studio once again. Next time, maybe the discussion will be about the elections more and about the issues that will influence the election. His focus usually is on the health sector. We'll talk about that one and some other sectors when he joins us the next time. It was nice having you in the studio.
Thank you very much.
Well, he is Member of Parliament for Keta, Honorable Kwame Jujoli Gakpe. And like I say, our conversations date back before he went into Parliament. Those days in the National Malaria Control Program. We'll be right back after this break.